Part 5 of My Boyfriend Was a Bum. What do you mean go get a job? I told you I was on the run from the feds. I'm in this man's bed chilling. I really couldn't complain about the fact that he had a twin bed because there was a point in my life where I was homeless. I didn't have a bed at all. I was sleeping in my car. So we chilling, minding our everlasting business. About 45 minutes to an hour had passed and I hear the front door open. Please do not let a woman be walking in here. He jumped out of the bed and was like, I think that's my dad. Oh, okay, your parents is here. You want to meet him? Nah, I'm cool. I'm going to stay back here. He walked out of the room and he closed the door and him and his father was in there talking about whatever it was that they were talking about. When he walked back in the room and opened the door, I heard his dad say, well, I'm about to go upstairs and go to sleep. Okay, what's going on here? And the man had told me that he lived in Arlington. He didn't say he lived in Arlington at his father's house. Now, push come to shove, we ain't gonna go into too many details about the situation because they really don't even matter. So about 6 months into me living in Dallas, I got into an altercation with my grandmother's roommate's daughter that lived there. He was about a 41-year-old man who got mad because I wouldn't take his sexual advances towards me. One morning at my grandmother's house, I'm barely waking up off the couch. This man walking through a morning wood, just walking. He stopped and he looked at me and was like, you like what you see? Immediately, I was disgusted and I got up and I went into my grandmother's room and I was like, bro, I don't know what's up with old dude in there, but I ain't with all this weirdness that he on. Now, I didn't go into too many details, but a couple weeks had passed by and I went ahead and expressed then to my grandmother what he had done. Of course, she gonna go and tell him. When I came back home from work one day, a whole escapade just burst out. He started calling me all types of itches and O's and all types of crazy things. And then his mom was like, well, I think the best thing for you to do is leave. I looked at my grandmother and was like, so I gotta leave because I didn't want to be sexualized by this man. She gonna say, I'm sorry, baby. This her house just as much as it's mine. So that means you have just as much say. But nonetheless, I hit up Anthony. Hey, so I had a little altercation, blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to see if you know any place out here that I can apply for and get into an apartment fast. Of course, he didn't have the resources, so I ended up going to Arlington, moving into the Arbors of Arlington. After about 3 months of living in the Arbors of Arlington, I ended up moving to the Parks on Sherry Lane. When I moved over there, Anthony came over. He helped me somewhat decorate the place. I went and bought the furniture. Of course, he loaded it in. I got the TVs. I furnished the whole spot. And I noticed he started to be at my house way more than he was at his father's house. I still had my job at Sonic. I was waking up every day from 6 o'clock to 2. Jaylee was with her dad whenever I went to work. And every day I went to work and I came home, I noticed that this man was always in the same spot. One day I went to work. I came home at 2 o'clock. The trash hadn't been taken out. There was no food cooked. The dishes in the sink were still dirty. And I walked in and there was another dude sitting on my couch next to Anthony while they was playing the game. For the next part, drop some prayer hands in the comment section below. And y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel and come back. I'm finna go and record part 6.